I was gonna apologize for looking like this, but I feel like I look like this in every video, so it doesn't really make a difference. Today I am doing a halfway through our pregnancy / 20-week update for you guys, because I haven't done one of these since the end of my first trimester, and I know I get requests for them like all the time, just what's going on with me, the babies, like stuff that we don't talk about maybe in the vlogs. And I've been wanting to get this up. Excuse my voice, I'm getting over a cold as well as Emma is too, so I don't sound like 100%, but I've got my tea, so hopefully that helps. So I've officially passed our halfway point through the pregnancy, actually more than halfway now, because twins come early, and I think my doctor is planning on inducing me between 37 and 38 weeks, but that's been kind of like the possibility for since he found out I was having twins, and he says that he'll monitor me. So I feel like we're past the halfway point at least finally, and we're getting closer, and more things are happening now, which is more exciting. So I'll talk about like babies, my body, everything, kind of just what's been going on over here. So this is the part of the pregnancy where I feel like I'm starting to feel that there's definitely a difference between Emma's pregnancy and my pregnancy, and Bryn's pregnancy and my pregnancy. So my pregnancy with Bryn ended at 20 weeks, but Emma was full term. So I've been this far pregnant now 3 times, twice with a singleton, this first time with twins, and I definitely started to notice some differences in the pregnancy that I didn't notice like at the end of my first trimester because I was so early on. So the first thing I will say is that my back pain is back. I had it with Emma, but it's a lot sooner, and it's in the same spot, which is really funny, where my weight must just hit that one point. It's just a bummer because I can't really sit at like a table for more than a couple of like maybe 20-25 minutes without being like I have to go lay down. And the way that I get relief for my back pain, I don't know if anyone else has done this, I don't know if it's just me, like where my pain is, the only way I get my pain to go away is taking a pillow or like a ball of blankets, rolling it up and putting it in the spot where it hurts, and then laying on that. It's like pressure against the spot where it hurts. So I had that with Emma, but it was a lot further along, obviously, and I have double the weight now. I don't remember how big the babies are weighing in at this age. Here, let me see. Baby weighs about 10.2 ounces and measures 6.5 inches. Okay, so yeah, like double 10.2 ounces. So just extra weight that's going on down there is making the back pain start a little earlier, but it's not that bad yet. It's just where I can't do something for a long period of time. I also started getting my freaking leg cramps again. I had these with Emma, and it's the worst thing. I've only gotten them a couple times so far, but basically I'll be like sleeping at night in my bed, and all of a sudden right here in my calf will just like, I feel like it just turns into a knot, and I freaking jump out of bed, because the only way to relieve that pain for me is to stand on it. It hurts so bad, but it's so random, and mine always happen in the middle of the night, which is so weird. And it's only happened a couple of times, excuse me. It's only happened a couple of times, but I think that for Emma, the way that I did it, I had to start taking magnesium for it maybe. Or eating lots of bananas, or both. I don't remember. I know I took magnesium for something. I think it was leg cramps, if not what is it called? The twitching leg, which I have not gotten yet, where your leg just like twitches and you can't get it to go away. I have not gotten that yet, but I think magnesium helps with the leg cramps too. I'll double check with my doctor. But I don't miss that. I feel like I'm already starting to do like the pregnancy waddle, which is really weird because it's just like not a good look, obviously, but the back pain, because when your back hurts and you're trying to walk, you put your hands automatically like where it hurts and then you walk. And so I kind of have like a pregnancy waddle going on already, which is really cute. I haven't had heartburn yet, which is nice, and I haven't had swelling in my feet yet, which is really good, because I know swelling super early on and really bad can be a sign of preeclampsia. So that's a good sign. I don't think I started swelling really bad with Emma until later on. I don't know how much weight I've gained. I honestly should probably, I'll just go check really quick. Okay, that says 158.2. I don't exactly remember what my starting weight was. I think it was around 140 something. I'll have to go back and watch, but that's not too bad, honestly. I was expecting it to be more. I think they want me to gain around 190 total, so halfway, that's not too bad. I'm out of breath already. Okay, let's talk about the babies. They are finally starting to kick. I can finally feel movement down there. It's very light because both of our babies have amniotic sac. Both of our babies have anterior placentas, so they're blocking most of the movement. I can't feel yet. I do feel when they like don't kick but move. So like the other night, I'll put a picture right here, they both went to one side of my belly, which felt weird, but I felt it in a weird way of them kind of like rolling over there. But the kicks are still very light. It kind of just feels like a tap, and I don't know which baby is which. They switch to where I'm feeling it kind of all the time, and the only time I can feel it is when I'm laying down with my feet up and really focusing. I haven't been able to see it from the outside yet, so Justin won't be able to feel it. I don't think he felt with Emma until 24 weeks. It's gonna be a little while because I can't even see it. I can just feel it. So that's really good, but it's exciting to finally hit that milestone of feeling them move, because before that it's just, you're just hoping that everything's going well. People ask like, how are the twins? And you're like, I hope they're doing good, because you just don't, you can't feel anything. You don't know what's going on. But I'm starting to finally feel little taps, which is so exciting and makes my heart like so happy every time I do feel it. And I can't wait for Justin to get to feel that as well. But I am a little scared of like the later on in the pregnancy kicks and stuff, because I remember Emma, she was head down like from 20 weeks till birth, and her feet always rested on this rib, and it always hurt so bad whenever she would kick. Like I wasn't upset about it, but it would just hurt. So depending on how big these two get, Emma was huge, I'm just worried it's gonna start to hurt like really bad, but I'm not gonna worry about that right now. We'll get there when we get there. I have not had my anatomy, I was gonna say something else. No, anatomy scan yet. They called me kind of late for it because I have to go see a perinatologist for my anatomy scan instead of just doing it with my OB, because there's two babies. They said that you have to see a perinatologist, which is fine. I did the same thing with Emma because she was high risk as a singleton. So they just, it's harder to get in with them, and they just switched locations. So I had to call them on Monday to schedule, and they finally called me and got it taken care of. So I think that that is next Wednesday, or in a week. It's like in exactly a week from now. So I'm really excited about that because it's just such a fun scan, but it's gonna be so different because if you didn't know this, if you don't watch, my husband and I do daily videos on this channel, well not daily, like weekly videos on this channel with updates to our lives and everything. We are not finding out the genders of the twins. We want to be surprised when they're born, which we're finally past the halfway point. At this point, like it's not that much further until we find out, which is crazy. But the anatomy scan is going to be different because with Emma, I just watched the screen the entire time. Like I couldn't take my eyes off, and this time it's going to be different because I'm gonna have to be careful about like watching the screen and making sure the doctors don't say anything on accident. So I'm gonna just be kind of annoying probably when I get in there and be like, don't show me anything, don't tell me anything to literally every single person I see, which is fine. I just really don't want it to get spoiled and find out like on accident. So the anatomy scan is next week, and then I have another doctor's appointment like the day after my anatomy scan to talk about, what was it? The second trimester screening, which was where we first got not so good results with our first daughter that resulted in, you know, her passing away, or was probably a part of it. We don't actually know. We just know that that was the first sign that something was up. So that's a big deal. That's a big appointment to me. I know I'm kind of tempted to call my doctor and just ask if he got the results that he can tell me over the phone, but I'm gonna just try and be patient until next week and assume that no news is good news. That's like, this is just such an exciting thing to get to go see them next week, the anatomy scan. I'm like, is it time yet? Is it time? Because last time with my other two pregnancies, we had them like right at 20 weeks. And for this one, I'll be almost 22 weeks by the time I get it. But I've heard that that's good because there's more to look at and it's easier to see things. Actually, a week or two after my anatomy scan, I have to do a fetal echo. It's just like a really long ultrasound where they look at the baby's heart like the entire time to make sure there's no heart deformities or anything like that. They make you do this at my clinic, my OB, if you're an IVF patient or you're high risk, and in this case, they're making me do it for both reasons. So Emma's was done around 23 weeks, so hopefully I will get that done shortly after the anatomy scan. But that is basically the biggest updates, honestly. I'm tired, but I am so incredibly happy. I feel like I haven't like cut back on things yet, which is nice, but I'm getting to the point where I'm gonna have to start saying no to things again, just to make sure I'm not doing too much on my body. But right now I'm feeling good. Like I'm in like that 20-week period before my belly gets too big to where I'm feeling good. And my doctor says to enjoy that because come 24 to 28 weeks, I'm gonna start feeling 4 weeks ahead. So like when I'm 24 weeks, I'll feel 28 weeks is what he said. And when I'm 28 weeks, I'll feel 32. So it's gonna be interesting, but it's going good. And then I'm just gonna show you guys a belly shot before we go. Okay, this sweater is way too small pre-pregnancy. So here is my belly. I'm 20 weeks and it would be 4 days. It's Thursday, my 20 week starts. Oh no, it'd be 5 days. No, it'd be 4 days. Okay, 20 weeks and 4 days. This is what, here, let me stand up straight. This is what my belly is looking like. So no stretch marks yet. No linea, what is it called? The linea negra yet. But I don't think I even got one with Emma, or if I did, it was very, very light. So this is just what my belly is looking like at 20, almost 21 weeks. Definitely a lot bigger than when I was 20 weeks with Emma. So that's like a huge change for me. But it's so exciting. I think people are finally able to tell that I'm pregnant, but not everybody, because people don't want to guess. If I pull this sweater down, you can still see my tummy. That's how you know you're pregnant. Anyways, that is it for this pregnancy update. I hope you guys enjoyed. I know this video was super requested and it's just like a chill hanging out and talking to you guys video, but that like is how I would tell my mom or my best friend about how I'm feeling and what's going on with the pregnancy if they were to ask. So that's what I wanted to do with you guys. And that is it for this video. And we'll see you in our next vlog coming up soon. Bye.